You're up at number 5, the Detroit Pistons.
This one hurt because when I did my prep here for the mock, I put team needs, and what I put for Detroit was Cade Cunningham help. You could use speed on the wing with the Jaden Ivey off the board, or a big up front. Not really. Marcus Bagley is Marvin Bagley's restricted free agent. I like Isaiah Stewart. I don't think you don't draft a big because of him. That's kind of irrelevant. The top 3 are off the board now. Jeremy Grant's kind of been like a weirdish fit. Like he could be in trade talks potentially. I like the idea of more shooters coming out of these pick and roll and reps because Saddiq Bey dipped down from 38% to 34% from 3. He had a good year, but kind of changed his game a little bit. They're 29th out of 30 in three-point shooting last year. I don't think this is the cleanest fit, but I'm going to go with Keegan Murray here. And I thought Shaedon Sharpe
Pistons fans are going to obliterate you.
Well, why though? Keegan Murray gets such a bad rap, and you and I were talking offline last week about how he wasn't Big Ten Player of the Year. And Keegan Murray, what he did, shot just a shade below 40% from 3 during the year after a really slow start. So this guy was top 3 in the nation scoring all year long. He can play fast. He can play slow. The court could slow down. He can play in different offenses. Just rock solid. Play him on a pick and roll with Cade Cunningham. It's the way that the Pistons are going to have to play. They're not always going to be able to get up and down. They haven't done that in recent years anyway. I don't think the Shaedon Sharpe thing here would help right away. It's just a very safe but productive pick. And it's not like the sexiest name. The tape is not like sizzling with like the Jaden Ivey stuff. If you're looking for highlights, take Shaedon Sharpe. Seriously. Take Jaden Ivey. Take Benedict Mathurin. I'm going with Keegan Murray. I think he's a top 5 prospect in the draft, and he's going to work with the cerebral sense of how Cade plays, how the system and the team and the franchise want to develop. If you're trying to build a culture and you've already done that with some of the guys you've drafted, here's another good piece who is also kind of still figuring out and made the leap from playing with Luka Garza the year before at Iowa to being this like big-time scorer. People who talked to him said he's more of a 3 than he is 4 at times, and the way his handle is, he's going to keep getting better. You can shake your head. People say that
he's 4. He can't move well enough. But he's a 4.
But he's a scoring 4 that can score out of isolations too. And we saw with that kind of like 1 to 2 dribble, rip back, fade away, has great touch, not afraid of guarding up the lineup. I really like him. I think it's a pretty fairly easy pick for me to make at 5.
Yeah, I get it. It's not the pick I would make. I get it. I think that the Pistons are in a place where getting a guy like Keegan Murray makes sense. If I was them and I had Cade Cunningham, I would be swinging for the MF and fences for this pick. And here's the reason why. I think that they are not extremely. I think they are closer to competing and not being in this range of the draft than people think, because I think Cade is going to be so good next year that he might play them out of this range.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. And they played playoff teams really hard the second half of the year and probably lost a few ping pong balls because of that. But I agree with the swing, but I would take one of those swings if I was 1 or 2 with Jabari Smith Jr. and Chet and say, all right, we're taking Chet. Like, he's the best by far. Shaedon Sharpe, I had him. I changed about 30 seconds before I made the pick. It's too much of a mystery man. We've seen a workout. We've seen high school tape. We've seen high school film. We saw clips from the combine of him doing step-back jumpers and windmills off of handoffs. It all looks great. He hasn't played a competitive game in 2 years. If he's a year or 2 away, now you're looking at year 3 or 4 of Cade Cunningham, and maybe he's not happy about how you made this pick here. If he lifts them up enough and now they're drafting 10th next year or 12th, then what type of caliber of player do you have? If you can get a guy of the caliber of Keegan Murray who could help you right away and still develop more than what he is, that's the guy I'm going with.
I would, if this is potentially their last chance to be near the top of the draft, and I really think there is a case. They might be bad again next year. Like, maybe Cade's not going to take the leap that I think he is. But if they're not bad next year, this could be their last chance to get like hyper elite talent. And at the very least, Shaedon is that, right? Like, Shaedon has talent to be great. He is 6'6". The thing about the workout that, and here, I'm going to take Shaedon Sharpe at number 6 for the.
He was going to